Welcome back, guys. Well, I know it's been more than a month since BCCI announced the IPL retention rules, but the reason why I waited this long to make this video is that I wanted the Bangladesh-India T20 series to get over. So in this video, we will be discussing about the possible retentions ahead of the mega auction. So before that, let us do the rituals. If you're watching my channel for the first time, subscribe to CricPundit for more quality cricket content. Let's go. Here are the 6 possible retentions for the Chennai Super Kings ahead of the mega auction. Number 1. Ruturaj Gaikwad for 18 crores and he will be their captain. Number 2. Ravindra Jadeja for 14 crores. Number 3. Shivam Dube for 11 crores, and I don't think they will retain the 4th and 5th player. Instead, they will use their RTM cards for 2 overseas players. One of them is Rachin Ravindra and the other one will be Matisha Patirana. And finally, MS Dhoni will be their uncapped Indian player for just 4 crores. And on the whole, after all these things, CSK would have spent 47 crores and the remaining purse would be 73 crores. Here are the 6 possible retentions for the Mumbai Indians ahead of the mega auction. Number 1. Jasprit Bumrah for 18 crores. Number 2. Hardik Pandya for 14 crores and he will be my captain. Number 3. Tilak Varma for 11 crores. Number 4. Rohit Sharma for 14 crores, and finally Surya Kumar Yadav for 18 crores, and the one Indian uncapped player would be Nehal Vadera for 4 crores. So after all these retentions, Mumbai Indians would have spent 79 crores and the remaining purse for the auction would be 41 crores. Here are the 6 possible retentions for the Royal Challengers Bangalore ahead of the mega auction. Number 1 is Virat Kohli for 18 crores. Number 2. Mohammad Siraj for 14 crores. Number 3. Rajat Patidar for 11 crores. And I don't think they will retain their 4th and 5th player. Instead, they will use the remaining 2 RTM cards for 3 players, and those 3 overseas players are Glenn Maxwell, Will Jacks and Cameron Green. And finally, their uncapped Indian bowler would be Yash Dayal for 4 crores only if he accepts. And note one thing is that RCB do not have a captain. They have to find a captain in the auction. So after all these things, RCB would have spent 47 crores and the remaining purse would be 73 crores. Here are the 6 possible retentions for the Kolkata Knight Riders ahead of the mega auction. Number 1 is their winning captain Shreyas Iyer for 18 crores. Number 2, Rinku Singh for 14 crores. Number 3, Varun Chakravarti for 11 crores. Number 4, Sunil Narine for 18 crores. And finally at number 5, Andre Russell for 14 crores. And their uncapped Indian would be Ramandeep Singh for 4 crores only if he accepts. So after all these retentions, KKR would have spent 79 crores and the remaining purse would be just 41 crores. Here are the possible retentions for the Rajasthan Royals ahead of the mega auction. Number 1 would be the captain Sanju Samson for 18 crores. Number 2 is Yashasvi Jaiswal for 14 crores. Number 3 is Riyan Parag for 11 crores. Number 4 will be Josh Butler for 18 crores. And I don't think they will retain their 5th player. Instead, they will use their 1 RTM card to retain either one of these 2 players. They are Trent Bolt or Yuzi Chahal. And their Indian uncapped player would be Sandeep Sharma for 4 crores. So after all these retentions, Rajasthan Royals would have spent 65 crores and the remaining purse would be just 55 crores. Here are the 6 possible retentions for the Delhi Capitals. Number 1 would be the captain Rishabh Pant for 18 crores. Number 2, Akshar Patel for 14 crores. Number 3, Kuldeep Yadav for 11 crores, and I don't think they will retain their 4th and 5th player. Instead, they will use their RTM cards to get the overseas players like Jess Fraser McGurk and Tristan Stubbs. And their Indian uncapped player would be Abhishek Porel for just 4 crores. So after all these retentions, they would be having just 71 crores in the purse and they would have spent 49 crores. Here are the possible retentions for the Gujarat Titans ahead of the mega auction. Number 1 will be their captain Shubman Gill for 18 crores. Number 2, Rashid Khan for 14 crores. And I think they will swap these 2 by giving 18 for Rashid and 14 for Shubman Gill. Number 3 will be Sai Sudarshan for 11 crores. And I don't think they will retain their 4th and 5th player. Instead, they will use their RTM cards for players like David Miller and Mohammad Shami. And finally, their Indian uncapped player would be either Rahul Tewatia or Mohit Sharma for 4 crores. So after all these things, GT would have spent 49 crores and in their bank they will be having 71 crores. Here are the possible retentions for the Lucknow Super Giants ahead of the mega auction. Number 1 will be the captain Rahul for 18 crores only if he wants to stay in this franchise. Number 2 will be Nicholas Pooran for 14 crores. Number 3, Ravi Bishnoi for 11 crores. And I don't think they will retain number 4 and number 5, and they will use their RTM cards for players like Mayank Yadav and Marcus Stoinis. And finally, their Indian uncapped player would be Ayush Badoni for 4 crores. So after all these retentions, they would have spent 47 crores and the remaining purse would be 73 crores. Here are the possible retentions for the Sunrisers Hyderabad ahead of the mega auction. Well, SRH is the only team to announce the retentions in public. The first one is the wicketkeeper Heinrich Klaasen for 23 crores. Number 2 is the captain Pat Cummins for 18 crores. Number 3 is Abhishek Sharma for 14 crores. And the other 2 players they will retain is Travis Head and Nitish Kumar Reddy. But the value of these 2 players is not yet concluded. And the one Indian uncapped player they will retain is Abdul Samad for 4 crores. So after all these retentions, they would have spent 79 crores and the remaining purse would be just 41 crores. Here are the possible retentions for the Punjab Kings ahead of the mega auction. Well, I don't think Punjab should retain any of these players. Instead, they have to go with 5 RTM cards and use it for players like Sam Curran, Arshdeep Singh, Liam Livingston, Ashutosh Sharma and Shashank Singh. And the one Indian uncapped player they might retain is Harpreet Brar for 4 crores, and that too only if he agrees. So after all these things, while going into the auction, the Punjab Kings would have spent only just 4 crores and the remaining purse would be a mammoth 116 crores as usual. So guys, these are the possible retentions according to me, according to the reports which are going around, according to the videos from the franchises that we could see, and you might have difference of opinion. If you like this video, hit the like button, and for more quality cricket content, subscribe to CricPundit. Thank you.